I have the pleasure of sitting next to Shea Soucie. Right now, we're sitting in the Orchard Private Residences. Shea and her talented team of designers designed this beautiful building. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. This is great to be sitting in the living room of one of the units.
The
after
final product, all
Yes.
the years of toil and labor. Right. So here we find ourselves in the O3 tier, which happens to be my favorite floor plan. And I'd love to just spend a few minutes hearing from the expert herself in terms of all that you did in designing these floor plans and why that is so important.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned floor plans, because to me, the floor plan was the most important thing that we had to get right.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, being from Chicago, Lincoln Park, knowing that this was going to be a new apartment building, and how could we make it feel different and fresh, but still feel of the place. And it was really about the floor plans and making them not feel like they were a typical apartment layout where the bedrooms were all down a hallway and it was a stacked living room, dining room, kitchen. And I think you'll see as you walk through and look at the plans, they really feel like a single family house, which is what we were after.
Sure, and we definitely accomplished it here. This is almost 3,400 square feet. So I've showed this unit a few times.
This is one of my favorite units.
Yeah, and you hear people coming in though, and they're coming from New York or even the neighborhood, and wow, this is so gracious. I feel like I'm in a New York co-op, or this feels like a single family home. So let's talk a little bit about 303 and what's special about it from a floor plan standpoint.
You get light from all directions in this apartment, which was really important to us.
And this is a little bit of a wider home. It's not as narrow. Some of them have to be a little bit less footage. This has over 40 feet of east-facing frontage looking east and this beautiful view of the church. But importantly, one of the things I want to talk about is the attention to detail we played to the transition of spaces.
Sure. In apartment living, we always pay attention to circulation and to not have it necessarily feel like a hallway. You want to circulate through rooms instead of down hallways so that the spaces become bigger. You feel the full width of any one of these main spaces, from the office to the living room, dining room, kitchen. You're not walking through a hall to circulate.
And this is a formal plan. There's some that are less formal and more open. You come off the private elevator entry. We love
That's
hallway.
Also, to me, that sets apartment buildings apart. You want these buildings to feel intimate and like you're coming home. Sure. And when you have an elevator that walks right into your space, it's a game changer.